Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Teeing Off with RevSportz. I am Gargi Raut, and joining me today for this show are Shubhayan Chakrabarti, Devashish Sen, and Ishan Shahane. Last night, India won the first T20I against Afghanistan, and we will be discussing all about that. Some of our colleagues have traveled to cover two major tournaments, the Football Asian Cup and the Women's Hockey Olympic qualifiers. We'll get the updates from them as well. Talking about the contest between India and Afghanistan last night, we had many blockbuster performances. Which one stood out to you the most, Shubhan?
I think Shivam Dube's knock, the way he bowled as well, was really heartening. Akshar Patel's four-over spell was good. Arshdeep Singh again gave a good spell, and of course Rinku Singh, the way he finished the match, he has been the heartbeat of the country for a year now. So good to see the Indian team starting this series well, and looking forward to the other T20Is as well.
Yes, and Ishan, Rinku Singh, has he cemented his place in the T20I squad? Do you believe
You
so?
can't keep Rinku Singh out, Gagi. I think you can't keep this player out because he's had a limited run in the international circuit at the moment, but he's been impactful in every single game. I think against one game against Australia, he got 6 runs where he didn't perform, but besides that, he's been getting runs and making that impact in every single game. So this is a player that you can't keep out, and I'm 100% sure that he will be in that T20 World Cup squad as well. If he's not, it'll be a big shocker for everybody. But I'm pretty sure that he's going to be in that squad.
Yes, and Devashi, Jitesh Sharma also put on quite a show. Does he leave a space for Sanju Samson anymore?
At least for the second match, no. If the series gets decided, then we might see Sanju Samson. But all focus now will be on the two superstars. Rohit missing out in the first game, and Virat Kohli making a comeback. So all eyes will be on Virat and Rohit in the second T20 international. When they play, then everything takes a backseat. So we are all looking forward to watching them make a comeback.
Devashish has his priorities straightented out, but we'll have to
It's
turn our
not about
attention.
my priority; it's the priority of everyone.
Of course.
You would not pay a money to watch a Jitesh Sharma if you are given a choice between Virat Kohli and the Jitesh Sharma. You would
Of course.
Ga
invariably
Ga
go for
The truth.
Gargi might go for the local bias and watch Jitesh Sharma bat.
Ekdam.
You have to support your friends, no?
Yeah.
But let's turn our attention to Clive Lloyd for a bit because he has talked about the Newlands pitch, which was recently rated unsatisfactory by the ICC. But what does Clive Lloyd think about the pitch? Take a look.
I'm wondering if that had happened in India, with what they would have done to the groundsperson. Because if you lose in a day and a bit, the first thing they look at is the pitch. I think India had a turning pitch here the other day, and everybody, said some terrible things about the pitch. If you're playing top class cricket, you should be able to handle those sort of things.
After that performance from Tilak, will it be unfair to keep him on the sidelines? Ishan.
Gagi, it's going to be a tough one, but I think after Shivam Dube's performance, like I mentioned yesterday as well, I think he might have to sit out because Kohli might come in, and then obviously you can't keep Virat Kohli out and you can't keep anyone else out, obviously. So the whole team has performed, and Tilak Verma has performed well as well in the game yesterday, but obviously he should have capitalized that knock. And if he did that, if he managed, getting some more runs and possibly taking India over the finishing line, then it could have been a possible worry on who might sit out. But for now, I think Tilak Verma will have to sit out, Gagi. I can't see it in any other way.
Yes, and Devashish, when we talk about Arshdeep Singh, what were your thoughts about his bowling last night? Is he back in his groove?
Yes, in recent times he has done well, but the only thing is that he needs to be more disciplined. His no balls and the white balls. If he can keep a check on in this, obviously this is very, very important. Means in the bigger picture, if you look at the T20 match, obviously bowling those no balls and white balls doesn't help. And invariably, if you are playing against bigger opponents like Australia or England, then these mistakes will become big. Yes, for a game against Afghanistan, you might walk away with it, but then for bigger opponents, I think the only factor for concern for him is to bring in that discipline within his bowling. He's definitely a very good bowler when it comes to white ball format, but he needs to be a bit disciplined. Means obviously, and when you are competing against, when Jasprit Bumrah and the Mohammad Siraj comes in, then and Hardik Pandya also comes in, then will you get an opportunity? So that means that is the big question. So he needs to bring in that discipline into his bowling.
Yes, and talking about the Indian head coach, Rahul Dravid turned 51 yesterday. The upcoming year holds immense significance for him as a coach as he navigates through the series against England and a demanding tour to Australia as well, featuring a 5-test showdown against Pat Cummins and co. Additionally, the T20 World Cup 2024 is also fast approaching. Take a look.
Former India captain and current head coach of the Indian cricket team, Rahul Dravid, celebrates his 51st birthday on Thursday. Dravid was given a contract extension by BCCI after India finished as runners-up in 50 overs World Cup at home. The upcoming year holds immense significance for Dravid as coach, overseeing crucial series against England at home starting from January 25th, followed by a challenging year-end tour to Australia featuring a 5-test showdown against Pat Cummins and his boys. But the biggest challenge for Dravid will be to win an ICC event that have eluded the Indian team since 2013 Champions Trophy. Under Dravid's tenure, India remained dominant at home but faced setbacks in the WTC 2023 cycle and the home ODI World Cup. As head coach, Dravid experienced a mixed start, culminating in a draw against South Africa in the Test series where Rohit and his boys showcased remarkable resilience to level the two-match series after trailing 0-1. Notably, the Indian team secured a Test match win in Cape Town after 7 attempts. The cricket calendar remains packed for the Indian team with a 3-match T20I series against Afghanistan, followed by a 5-match series against England. Post the T20 World Cup 2024 in the Caribbean and the USA, the Indian team embarks on a tour to Sri Lanka in July, engaging in 3 ODIs and 3 T20 internationals. Subsequently, a series against Bangladesh awaits at home in September, featuring 2 tests and 3 T20 internationals. New Zealand is slated to visit India in October for a 3-match test series, paving the way for a highly anticipated tour to Australia at the year end. This marquee series will include 5 test matches scheduled from November 2024 to January 2025. Dravid's biggest success as coach has been to instill a trust among the players, building a good dressing room culture and role clarity for every player in the team, which is a testament to his impactful leadership in Indian cricket. On behalf of RevSportz, we wish Rahul Dravid a very successful year ahead.
Shubhan, you were at Cape Town. You have seen that Newlands pitch and how difficult it was to bat on it. Do you agree with Clive Lloyd when he says that it shouldn't have been given an unsatisfactory rating?
But it depends whether he was asking for a poorer rating for the Newlands pitch. But yes, if he was, then definitely poor was something which we all were expecting. But giving poor status means 3 demerit points for a stadium. South Africa don't host a lot of matches. Newlands is an iconic ground. If they get a three demerit point, then there's a 1-match or 2-match ban looming at the Newlands ground. So they have to be a bit focus on about how much demerit points they give. But complete unbiased thing, then Newlands should have been given a poor rating. Unsatisfactory still is not in the ICC rule law book. They have just created a word for this particular pitch. It is average, below average, poor. That's it. Very good, poor, average, poor, below average, and then poor. Poor is the last. So unsatisfactory, I don't know from where ICC has come up with this word while giving the rating. 1 demerit point for the Newlands pitch, and even the Centurion track has gotten a satisfactory remark from the ICC, the first Test match. So I think had it happened in India, I think things would have been a bit different. So there has to be one benchmark while rating the pitches, and I agreed with Rohit when he said in that last press conference in South Africa that he wants to see the chart at which ICC rates the pitches. So yeah, that would be a good start if ICC can make it public.
Devashish, Clive Lloyd also talked about how if this was India, the groundsman would have gotten a lot of backlash. Your thoughts?
Absolutely spot on. But then and I would like to take that Rohit Sharma press conference. Obviously, he wanted the match referees to be neutral while judging a wicket. Means obviously, see, if you are giving the Newlands wickets unsatisfactory, then you should also stick. You should be fair to judge a wicket in India as well. Means obviously, then you cannot. Make a lot of chatter when it comes to the pitch turning from day one. Means obviously the Newlands wicket was difficult to bat on from day one. So you should be up for the challenge. Means come England, obviously they will also face similar kind of wicket. Means obviously the wickets turning from day one. So they have to face it. Means obviously there's all this judging about the wickets. It has to be fair and means there has to be a certain set of standard. Means you cannot say X, Y, Z. It cannot be assessed on or depending on a country where you are playing a test match. It has to be fair for all the grounds across the world.
Yes, and turning our attention to women's hockey, the upcoming week is pivotal for the Indian women's hockey team in Ranchi as they aim to secure qualification for the Paris Olympics. The qualification tournament kicks off tomorrow, having achieved Olympic qualification in 2016 for the first time since 1980 and subsequently securing a successive spot in 2021 with an impressive fourth place finish in Tokyo. The team is now going to strive to build on that momentum. Savita Punia, Indian women's hockey player, talked to RevSportz in an exclusive interview about the team's preparation for the qualifications. Take a look.
ये मैं डिनाई नहीं करूंगी कि नहीं प्रेशर नहीं है, बट आई थिंक इससे बड़ा हमारे लिए इस टाइम और कोई इवेंट भी नहीं है, क्योंकि कॉमनवेल्थ, एशियन गेम, एशियन चैंपियन ट्रॉफी, सब एक ओलंपिक्स का जो बाकी जो सफर है, सबको पता है कि हमारी टीम में कुछ प्लेयर्स हैं जिनका ऑलरेडी 2 ओलंपिक्स हो चुके हैं और कुछ हैं जिनका एक भी नहीं है। तो वो एक टीम का बैलेंस साथ में लेके चलना और उनके अंदर वो एक्साइटमेंट है कि हाँ हमें ओलंपिक्स जाना है। टू बी ऑनेस्ट, जो सर पिछले 2-3 साल में टीम ने इम्प्रूव किया है, हम डिजर्व करते हैं ओलंपिक्स में जाना, बट यहाँ पे बाकी जो टीम्स भी आई हुई है कोई भी इस चीज को इजी तो नहीं लेंगी, हर कोई अपना बेस्ट देंगी और हमारी भी प्रिपरेशन काफी अच्छी चल रही है। इससे थोड़े दिन पहले ही हम स्पेन में गए थे और वहाँ पे बेल्जियम, जर्मनी, स्पेन एंड आयरलैंड के साथ हमारे टेस्ट मैचेस थे और काफी अच्छे मैच रहे, काफी अच्छी परफॉर्मेंस थी। और अब तो डू और डाई वाली बात है सर, जो भी है अपना इंडिविजुअल और एज ए टीम अपना क्या बेस्ट दे सकते हैं टीम के लिए, वो हमें करना है।
Rahul Giri and Swapnil Mukherjee are in Doha to cover the all-important Football Asian Cup. The tournament kicks off today and India will start its Asian Cup journey tomorrow with a match against Australia. Here's Rahul and Swapnil.
Hello, this is Rahul for RevSportz and along with me Swapnil. And finally, the wait is over. We are on our way to Qatar to cover the AFG Asian Cup, a massive tournament for Indian football team. Though they are drawn in a tough group along with Australia, Uzbekistan and Syria, but still we are all optimistic that our boys will pull off an upset. So we'll be there, we'll be covering the Indian practice, Indian match, and we'll be giving you all the updates from Qatar. And not only that, we will do some interesting travel vlog. We will explore the beautiful city of Doha and also the picturesque stadium that hosted the FIFA World Cup last year. Swapnil, I am missing anything?
You missed the main thing. You missed the cuisine, bro.
Yeah,
cuisine. You
how
missed
can
the
I miss
cuisine.
that?
We will get Persian food. We'll get Arabic food. We get Lebanese food. We get every kind of cuisine, Middle East cuisine there.
Absolutely.
I'm not gonna miss that. You missed it. I'm not gonna miss it.
Of course, there will be blend of travel log and food blogs and also the coverage of the sports. And also, I have noticed one thing, that many people don't even know that what India is doing in Qatar,
Yeah.
whether they are playing in AFC Cup and not. So I would request you all who are watching this video to share with as many people you can so that everyone know, because our boys really need backing this time. So that's it for now. Me, Rahul and Swapnil signing off. Next destination, Doha.
And the main thing I want to say, that I really want to say, maybe there are 11 players representing India. They need 1.3 billion people behind them, and we will be there supporting them. And next, you guys will get all the updates and watch us live from Doha.
Shubhayan, just a day left for India's game against Australia. Last time they played, it was a 4-0 defeat for India. How does India's chances look now?
Very bleak in front of Australia. At least they have a good chance overall in the group, but against Australia it looks very tough because Australia are someone in the Asian region. Of course, they play in the Asian region in football at least. So in football region, Japan, Australia, these are the two teams who are at the top of the charts in Asian subcontinent. So it will be a huge challenge, I think. If India can salvage a draw, then I think it will be a historical record. I don't think that will happen. That is 90% not possible against Australia. But somehow, if they happen, we have seen funny things happening in sport, funny things happening in football. If it happens, then it will be a huge result. But otherwise, I see Australia thrashing India 3 goal, 4 goals by 5 goals at least.
Devashish.
Yeah, it's going to be challenging. Means obviously,
Yeah.
ideally for India, they would have liked to take on Syria, means which is a
Yeah.
lowly ranked side. Means obviously 91, so not much of a difference between India. But to be taking on Socceroos in the first match, and that will be an uphill task. It's a daunting task, so as to say, because I mean, let's face it, the standards. It's hugely there's a huge difference between the standards of both sides, and but the big thing is that Gargi, that and if we can manage to say lose by a margin of 2 or 3 goals, then we should take a heart out, because means obviously, as you have rightly said, the last time we faced, we were defeated by four goals. So that means obviously, we should draw confidence from the fact that we have been doing well under Stimach in recent tournaments, in SAF Cup, in the Intercontinental Cup where we won. So let's obviously, the boys need to have the belief. If they have the belief that yes, we can put up a spirited performance, and then let's see whatever the result is. If that is the body language, then I think we should see a good performance. And remember, there will be quite a number of Indian fans at the stand. Means I would say that Indian fans will outnumber the Aussies in Qatar. So that is a very good sign.
Absolutely, that will be very heartening to see. But that's it from us for this conversation. Thank you to everyone who joined. For now, we'll leave you with an interview with Ishan that Ishan did with Sairaj Bahutule. Join us every morning from Monday to Friday at 9 a.m. for the show. Till then, stay tuned to RevSportz.
So in your most memorable bowling spell, this can be school cricket, club cricket, domestic, anything. Something that, like an incident or a game where you felt like you really outclassed everybody.
But I think, if you look at, I shouldn't be saying this, but if you look at my stats, to pick one or two sort of spells from the 631 wickets it's a tough one. But I just feel that Irani won Irani trophy, actually 2 Irani trophies, where I thought I did well against the rest of India team, and picked up 13 wickets in one game and then 9 wickets in the other game, which was huge. But I think for me, the most special moment for me, when I played my first test match, I thought, when I played against Australia, that was a proud moment, really taking up that ball and, Saurabh asking me to bowl from one end. That ball, obviously, it was a privilege, and I just, obviously had I was blank in my mind, and, Hayden was batting me, and you can see the stumps as well. So I really didn't know where should I be pitching to the ball. But I went on and, bowled and had a reasonable spell that particular test match. So I think, for me, domestic-wise, Irani trophies and few Ranji trophies also where we won, I had good spells. Wickets obviously at Wankhede, where we played most of my cricket, were helpful to spinners on the third and fourth day. because of the red soil. Yeah, but to make it effective, you had to pitch the balls
Lovely.
in the right areas.
Lovely.